monuments and working with people, but there's nothing like this, man.
I know, but why is he saying that you were calling her, you were gonna sue her? You never said that.
You've been here this whole time.
You know, like me just focusing on him, trying to help make us a family again.
Melanie Martin has revealed all on the upcoming holidays without Aaron Carter in the custody of Prince. Melanie is overjoyed to have her kid again, but sad that Aaron couldn't be with the family anymore, told Us Weekly, "I am so pleased to have my boy back. That Prince and I will not be celebrating Christmas with Aaron together as a family has been weighing heavily on my heart for some days." Carter had said that he and his ex-girlfriend had lost custody of their kid owing to domestic violence and substance abuse in an interview with The Sun published in September. His account of his month of outpatient therapy at Lionrock Recovery suggests that he did so voluntarily. How does Melanie reclaim her son's custody? What is life going to be like without Carter? Want more of the juiciest rumors about your favorite stars? For all types of celebrity news and pop culture, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications for Celebrity Pop. For the 6th time, I've been to this clinic to fix up my addiction. Aaron had made an announcement that he got things moving. Until now, there have been 0 issues. I don't feel sick to my stomach at all. The problem is that I now have some quite strong feelings with regard to triggers. So this is why I miss my baby and want to see him again. Melanie at the time painted a bright picture of Carter's planned getaway. "Perhaps we can get custody of our child before Christmas," she said at the time. Melanie told Aaron, "I can't wait to acquire custody of Prince, so we may take a vacation there," when she mentioned spending the holidays in Colorado. Melanie added, "Instead of being uncomfortable indoors, he yearned to be outdoors in the snow." Carter was found dead in his home on November 5th. He was 34. Although the artist had a history of mental illness and substance addiction, the circumstances surrounding his death remain unclear. He had put his California home up for sale a month before his unexpected death, presumably to go on to other projects. "Here I am selling a home for the 2nd time in my life. I've come a long way since I initially began out in the real estate industry," he tweeted. "I'm ready to begin a new chapter in my life, and my 3rd home is the perfect place to do so." Aaron Carter's mother, Jane, told TMZ last month that Martin would not be permitted to help spread his ashes in the Florida Keys. Leslie Carter's remains were also going to be dispersed. Aaron's older sister died in February 2012 at the age of 25 from an overdose. Someone in the know said that Melanie planned to go to work on her own time and that she would not be receiving any of Aaron's remains. Because they aren't asking her to the burial to scatter his ashes, the source claims that she will instead have her own memorial service for Aaron, inviting her own family, their son Prince, and some of Aaron's close friends. Melanie told Us Weekly she did not want to have to deal with any hassles or concerns with Aaron's estate, and that all she cared about was making sure Prince was taken care of and that Carter's legacy would live on. Jane, Aaron's mother, told TMZ in an interview released on December 4th that the family of her late son had agreed not to fight over his fortune and that it would go to Prince. According to Jane, Martin and Prince have not yet met the family but are excited to do so. In an interview with the New York Times, Melanie Martin broke her silence for the first time since the death of her fiancé. She is still processing her grief over Aaron's death since she hasn't accepted it. Aaron lost custody of Prince in March because of his substance issues and their worsening relationship, and in April, Prince moved in with Melanie's mother in Lake Forest. Melanie added to the U.S. Sun, "We regret what we said that resulted in us losing custody of our son," but she refused to provide any details. "We persisted in our efforts to reclaim him. It was me and Aaron who struggled to visit our child. It didn't matter what it was, there was a lot of it. There was no doubt that this was a major source of worry for him. He went to outpatient therapy for a whole year, and we went to couples counseling during that time." Even though a neutral third party attended all of Aaron's contacts with Prince, Melanie feels she is extremely happy to win sole custody of Prince. A week before Aaron passed away, they'd split up again, but she never gave up hope of making amends with her family. Melanie moved into a spacious 2-bedroom apartment close to her mother and child. Aaron's home is now up for sale. She knows that Aaron did not leave a will, but under California law, Prince is still entitled to his fortune. We've taken a close look at Aaron's history of family strife. According to TMZ, Aaron's family's top priorities were seeing Prince and giving him Aaron's money. However, in reality, the family doesn't want all of the money to go to Prince, so they've petitioned the Los Angeles court to appoint Aaron's twin sister, Angel, as the administrator of Aaron's estate. Records show that the late singer left around $550,000 in assets to his heir. Even though they have no pressing financial demands, Aaron's family has shown interest in taking over his financial management and has made it clear that they want Prince to get the bulk of Aaron's fortune. Melanie has hired representation but has not yet legally begun probate. When asked whether she intended to be an administrator, she said, "Right now, my lawyers are working on that and we'll see what happens. A judicial determination must be made." The Stanley Moss Courthouse in Los Angeles will have a hearing on January 25, 2023. Melanie, though, expressed her desire to mend fences with Aaron's relatives, explaining that she did not want his mother and siblings to harbor any hate against her. She wasn't included in the original invitation list, but the singer's family has now asked her to participate in the scattering of the singer's ashes in Florida next spring. "As soon as I get the green light, I'll be there. It sounded like a funeral to me if my ears aren't deceiving me." It seems that they've changed their minds and chose to retreat. We must now close this chapter. Yes, it will be challenging, but Prince must understand this for the sake of our shared past and his own future. Aaron had made an effort to make up with Nick in the days before his death. Aaron and his brother decided to talk about the issue when Nick got back from his vacation to Europe. Melanie is adjusting to life as a single mom and wants to go back into modeling. She said she was the only provider for her youngster and, as a result, had to hold down a job. "My son is why I get up every day." She also had the unfortunate task of breaking the news to Aaron's family and friends that he died very suddenly on November 5th, only days after relapsing. While toxicology results point to a possible drowning, the official cause of death has not yet been established. Melanie compared Prince to her late fiancé and described him as a beautiful newborn baby who continuously has a smile on his face, leaving Melanie sad at the thought of parenting their son alone. In a nutshell, she said he sincerely wanted to be a dad, summing up her views about him. He was indeed a model parent as well.
To do. You know, he wanted to be a dad his whole life. Everybody knows that in every interview, that he just wanted to be a dad.
It was really cute to see him make the kid giddy. Because Prince laughed so much when they played belly to belly, he looked forward to doing so. That was really cute. It would be impossible for me to put into words the significance of his love for me. After chatting with him, I felt like all my worries had vanished. Without his assistance, I really doubt that I would have completed the task. He helped me out in any way he could when I really needed it. We put in a total of 24 hours of overtime in the last 3 days before Prince's delivery. After that, they arranged for an emergency C-section. He was really pleased with himself for having children. She went on and on about how they both used to enjoy spending time together before the global health crisis. We went on trips, raced dirt motorcycles, and had many romantic dinners. We became really close to one another throughout this time. We spent a lot of time discussing the importance of relationships with loved ones because his troubled history with his own family. According to her, they collaborated on expanding his Love apparel brand. Aaron gave her an exquisite ring and proposed to her on Instagram Live in June of 2020. Melanie reflects, "I didn't know whether this love tale was going to finish with an engagement or not. Everything happened really rapidly. After a year of engagement, we were bound to tie the knot. Having a family was more important to us than marriage." They traveled to Utah and Amsterdam with their 3 dogs, but Aaron's demons were never far behind. Melanie expressed anxiety to the U.S. Sun that some of her couple friends would re-enter his life now that he was back in the spotlight. The strange activity on his Zelle account led her to think he was purchasing substances from enablers, but he assured her that he had stopped taking substances altogether. Who do you think is responsible for Aaron's death? His friends or Melanie? Tell us what you think in the comments. And for all types of celebrity news and pop culture, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications for Celebrity Pop.